Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder. We're going on with a new build, and there's been quite some news coming down yesterday about Eagle Moss. I'm not going to talk about it because we're going on with Agora Models Jaguar E-Type 1961, which is a beautiful build. As you can see, that one is already done. That is that tire is supposed to be put on. I took it downstairs, put it in hot water, and then put the tire around. And as you can see, the spokes are in as nice as well. This is one of the first things I think we do. So let's see what this build brings. But I would like to bring your attention to the rest of my videos on Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder on YouTube. So have a look at that. Please like and subscribe. I hope to see you in many more of my other videos. But without further ado, I've got the build guide ready for pack number 8 of the Jaguar E-Type 1961. Let's get to it. Stage 8. In pack 8, stage number 57, we make this wheel, and I've put the tire on, which is what they want us to do, and because you need hot water for that, and I'm not doing that here, because I have to get some water from downstairs. It's done, at least the wheel is done, and we're going on to step number 6. Which is getting the chassis in. They want us to put the axle in properly, but I've already done that, so that's no problem. Then we need to look at those two, and we're going to put it on straight. We put that washer in, and then we put a AM7 in, which is what I have here. I'm going to use with the big handle, or the fat handle I should say. And see, it turns, as you can see. I've got the washer in and the AM07, and that finishes the right wheel, back wheel, rear wheel. This is what we have in stage 58. Not a lot to do, it's just to put that switch in by bending about a bit, as I saw that on the so I'm going to get my pliers out. So what I haven't seen, I thought I had to push it in from underneath, but we're pushing it in through the floor, and we're pushing it down. Right. Oh, that holds it down already, more than enough, but I'm going to push it down a little bit more. Okay, and there we go. Then we've got those pins. Then as you can see, there are pins there that we are folding over the plastic edge on both sides. That's one. Be careful with that. You do not want to break the electrical stuff that is there. And as you can see, that is it. They're neatly folded over on both sides. And that switch is in properly. And I think that is all we do here. So these are the pieces for 59. And we've got this mesh here, which looks really nice, which we'll be putting into the sides of those. I don't know if they're speakers or what they are, but they look really nice. And we're starting with those. Let's see if there's any. No, nothing special. So we're going to push those into that area. So we've got the silver ring around that little edge. Next, we're going to get one of those out and put it onto the area right there. Like that, the mesh is in, as you can see, and we're gonna, I had the proper one, so we're gonna push those into those holes. We've got lugs right there, 3 of them. We need to undo that because that thing came out. The mesh moved. So have a good look if the mesh is moving, and that is what you should have. Let's do the other side as well. And that one is in as well. Both sides are in. And I hit it right, and we're going to put those 2 together. So as we have that, then we're going to put this into the what they call it, the transmission, onto the transmission tunnel here. And let's see if we are going to put that screw in, and we are. Okay, and that is what we have at the end of 59. So we're going over to 60, as you can see right there. These are all tiny parts, so I put them in a little cup. And as you can see, these are the parts. And we're starting with this one. We're putting that silver plate like so. And then we're putting you to the side for a second, and we're putting it right there. As you can see, it fits neatly in there. There's a locating lug as well. I should say 2. And then we have to screw that in with a AG6. Okay, if you screw that in properly, it's all. I'm always messing around with this, but the best way to pick up screws is use your screwdriver because they're magnetized. If it's not magnetized, make sure you magnetize it, because it's possible to magnetize it. Then we're taking the pedals out and putting it like so. And you can see those edges there, so that shouldn't be a problem. And we're getting out another AG6 and putting that in the middle. And not over tightening it, and this one will have a switch behind it, and the other one is what the brake pedal will have a switch. It is sticking a bit. I'm gonna do something about it because I don't want that to stick. I need to widen that gap on the top a bit. That's better. A bit of modification now and again. That's funny, it was painted beige, but they painted black over it. So we push that, and then here, as you can see, the pedal works. It's not sticking. So that's something, just check that and make sure that it's not sticking, otherwise you'll get, yeah, the switch won't be working properly. Okay, that's that one in, and then we're going to take the transmission tunnel out, put this one, oh, those are the sides, put that one in, and we're probably going to put, we're going to put AG4s in. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3 screws in there, all AG4. Now let's go on. Then we're going to put this one in. and it's in there, and I think that AG1 is going to be used. Yep. Very small screw into a very small part, so be careful guys when you put that in. Don't over tighten it. It's the one next to that silvery part that you see there. So hand tight, and it's in there, as you can see right there. Put those away, and now we're going to put the whole thing in over the transmission tunnel. Like so. And let's see if we're putting a screw in. 2 AG6s. Tunnel is in. 2 screws in there, and they are the AG6s, and I think this is it for stage 60, and it is. In stage 61, and these are the parts, and we've made that seat already, so I've made that in advance. So we've got those 2 parts, we've got a switch and the seats, and this, I don't know what that is, switch mount, and that's probably got to do with that one there. So there's a cushion here and a lower part that we put in, then we put that backing in and we pushed it all into that, and it's nice cushiony. So that's the seat. Have a look at an earlier stage where I did it as well. Can't remember by heart, but I'll put it in the title underneath. So we're going to put it in like so. So that's the switch into the switch bracket, and then we're going to put turn it around. Careful with the stick shift. Okay, so what you need to do is push that wire to the side a bit, so it can be pushed. You just heard me put those switches in, and it worked. We're gonna put AG05s in there, 2 of them. So you can hear that switch if I'm correct. And that is that first part done. And in stage 62, because in 61 we make the lower part of the seat, in 62 we have the higher part and the bucket, and we put that all together, and then we are going to put it in the passenger part. As you can see, it's in there, can't be moved. And we're putting 2 AG6s in as well. And that's the driver's seat in as well, so we've got both seats in. And that finishes stage 62. We're going to 63, so we're going to put this aside, because we had 62 already, which we just finished, and 63 is actually that. And that is all. We're going to put a whole lot of little things on the dashboard. We're starting with those tiny silvery parts, and a single one here, and have a look at how the pins are, because it shows you which one you have to use. So they're in right there. We're going to the next part, which is this one, which we'll be putting right there. But I think it's a sticker. Yep. So we need to get the backing paper off. And we know how easy that is with these thin things. Then we can put it in. and that is what you have when it's done. Okay, what's next? The dial. It's a sticker as well, which goes onto this little thing. As you can see, I put the sticker on, making sure that that is perfectly aligned, and it seems to be. Then we're going to get the plastic cover for it out, making sure that that indicator is on top. We put it in like so. There's no other way. It's the only way to put it in. We push it in, and we've got a few points to screw in. Before we do that one, because I was too quick, we put that little switch in. And what I always do when there's a fold in it, get that fold out as much as possible, and we put that switch in with the wires to the side. It will fit. Okay, so I pushed the backing in. That looked good. I was looking at it upside down. AG6, left for later. So we're going to put screws into that point and that point, and this one will be done later. AG6. So we leave that right there. We take the switch panel out, and we take that one out with the lenses over it. I'm going straight for to put that in there. That is not sticking, so I will be putting a very tiny drop of super glue in the middle of that panel. It stays in. And then we put AG4s, which are the last screws that we have for this pack. 2 AG4s in there. Nope. And that is that switch in and the lenses. I did put a little bit of glue in there, super glue in there, to keep them together, because the lens was falling out all the time and it was not working as I wanted it to. AG4 into that tiny little part. Don't know why. Okay, we take the last bits out, which is the steering column. Yep. We put that little switch in. Then we put this one in. Like so. With those ledges over those points. Then we're going to put the cover over it. That switch is in, and let's see, yep, pushed it in properly. AG4s, 2 more. Then on the other side we're gonna put 2 more AG4s in. Then we're gonna put the steering wheel on. As you heard, I needed to do a bit of hammering. Then we're gonna get that out and check that one out. The switch needs to be on that side. Then we put some more AG4s in there, and that's the steering column in as well. And that finishes this stage and this pack. Let's see if I can see how this is going to be situated on over here. More or less like that. We don't see those points in the moment. All right, so we've done that one, and we put the tire on this rim, and that's that for this stage. The next stage is at the ready, the next pack is at the ready, so I'm going to do that. Well guys, that was that. We've made that passenger compartment and a bit of the dashboard like that. And in the first stage we've done that tire over that rim. So that's that for this pack. Pretty quick one. I don't know how long this was, but it's not been taking as long as the Routemaster I did before this one. But hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like, subscribe and pass it on, and hope to see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and as I said, see you next time. Bye bye.